Now that we know that there are lots of roles and administrators inside the Azure Active Directory, let's dive a little bit more in detail to understand them better. Every role is a set of properties. So if you click on a particular role, you will be able to see what that role can do much more in detail by inspecting these permissions. So when a user is assigned a particular role, like application developer, he or she would then get the following permissions. Now in the background, these are defined in the form of a JSON file. The role definition includes several things like name, ID, whether it is true or false, description, actions, which includes what the role can do, and not actions is what the role cannot do, and where is the scope of that particular role. Let's understand more in detail about these particular things. These are nothing but role definitions. So, in this lesson, let's understand about the role definitions, specifically about each one of these items. Let's talk about the name attribute. A name is nothing but the name of the role. In this case, it is the owner. The ID is a specific GUID or a unique identifier assigned to the role. Is custom, whether it is customized, yes or no. Anything that comes inbuilt in Azure Active Directory is not customized, and that's why you see the owner attribute as false. But as you know that you can go back to Azure Active Directory and create your own custom roles. But make sure that you are at least at P1 or P2 to create your role. The description is something good for us to understand what that role does. And then there is an action and not actions field. The actions and not action properties can be tailored to grant and deny the exact permissions you need. What kind of permissions do you want to grant to that particular role? So if you navigate to the developer and then look at these description objects, looks like application developer has the permission of create as owner. Now this is something that it can do. But all of these are allowed attributes. You can also define what is not allowed. For example, the contributor role cannot delete, cannot write, cannot elevate, or even cannot do any actions specific to that subscription. Whereas the owner role has full permissions on the subscription, hence nothing will be defined under not actions. And then there is another thing called as assignable scopes. That is nothing but the scope of your role. Defining the actions and not action properties is not enough to fully implement a role. You must also properly scope your role. The assignable scopes property of the role specifies the scope, like where the role can do certain actions like subscriptions, resource groups, or even resources. So when you are creating a custom role, this assignment of the scope of your role is very important. You can make the custom role available for assignment in only subscriptions or resource groups that require it.